I'm with Vivek, the founder of Servam AI, and I don't think why I'm introducing him as well. So I thank you so much for joining us here at Cypher. Like,
Excited to be here at Cyber 24.
yeah, and your session was absolutely amazing, and all the models like Shuka is there, and all everything that you are releasing, and the audio model as well. I think this was the first time that was demoed anywhere. The model.
Yeah, I mean, we launched it last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think at a conference maybe the first time that yeah, different.
And how has the experience been at Cypher? I think you've just been here for 2 hours.
Yes. So no, it's been good. I mean, I see that attendance has been quite a lot. I think there are lots of people who are interested and excited by this technology, as they should be, because it is relevant to what they will need to do in times to come. So I think it's very important that these kinds of events keep happening.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think the Cypher's motto this time is AI for horror. And I don't think there's any other better example than Servam, what Servam is building. So do you plan to scale it outside India as well or build models for the global market as well in the future?
See, it's difficult to say what you can do in the future.
Yeah.
But I think we have been started as a India first company, so that's what we will be doing first. But having said that, many of the things that we have built may be relevant. I mean, at one level, may be relevant to other, developing countries, or may be relevant globally also. Yeah. So I think in the end, the goal is to find use cases that people find value in.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that if you do that, then and we want to do that for India first.
Yeah.
But eventually you cannot say maybe we do outside also. Yeah.
So I think it's often there's a very big discussion that goes around. Is India the AI use case capital of the world, or should India build something foundational? And Servam is trying to build that. So do you think we should build applications now? People should start building just application based out of Servam 2B, or people should also try building something foundational?
And some business being done.
I think two things. I think use cases are very, very important, right? In the end, we want India to be the use case capital. It is not yet the use case capital. Yeah. And so therefore, it's very important that we try to build the use cases. And we try to build use cases, that really impact people, right? So therefore, we must build. We have not built those use cases yet.
Yeah.
But I think we can. Okay. And we should. I'm not talking about Servam, but in a larger ecosystem perspective, we should do those things. But I think this technology is important enough and has implications enough that we must know all the stacks of the technology.
Yeah.
From the very bottom to where the user uses it. And I'm not a fan of necessarily building a foundational model just because we want to build it. But I think we need to, from a perspective of, when you build something, it needs to have some value in some particular domain.
Yeah.
And so when you build that value thing, then if we need to go foundational, we will go foundational.
Yeah.
That's how we should think about this. It's not like, there needs to be a purpose for which we are going in.
Yes. And so I think you were also talking about how the agentic AI and how everyone is talking about agents now. Do you think that is going to be a future in like the next 1 year, 10 years, or 5 years? Like everyone is just.
Well, I think agentic AI is going to be there, not even, it's going to be there next 1 year.
Yeah.
Agentic AI is going to have very serious impacts on a very serious this thing on how we do things.
Yeah.
So, and it should be, I think, because I think it's a valuable thing.
I think now scaling the server models in the next iteration, I think you're also planning to introduce a lot of new dialects as well. I think we were talking about dialects in the future. So what is the process like when it comes to collecting more data for the dialects, different dialects of India?
So it's, as I said, as I mentioned over there have been quite a few important projects which have been collecting data, right?
Yeah.
I think AI for Bharat, funded by Bhashini, has been collecting a lot of voice data across the country. Similarly, Google also has a Vani project where they're collecting data. And then there are various other methods. But if you want to make sure that there is a representation, it's very important, of all voices in there. These kind of data collection efforts need to improve. And then we have to figure out how to clever ways, how to scale the data
Yeah.
to do things that create meaningful
Yeah.
outcomes with that.
And so I have just two more questions. They're going to be fun. What are your thoughts about AGI? And do you think India should focus on building AGI? Would India be the first one to build AGI? Or how would you define AGI in the first place?
Now, see, I'm a kind of a person that generally an optimistic optimist. I think AGI will happen. Okay, if that's your question.
But how would you define it then?
How would I define it? I mean, it's clearly, even the best models, are beginning to. If you think of somebody, it's difficult to define. It's a complex, and I don't have a pat definition of it. But I think it's one of those things that when you see it, you will know it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we have it, but it will come. Okay. And whether India will have a role in there or not, it depends, right? It depends. And I think that, the fact that somebody else gets AGI, does that mean we should also be aiming to get it? Maybe, but that's a strategic thing that at a nation level, we have to think.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. And I think there was a question asked to you recently after the session that if they want to start working at OpenAI or something, and you said you want to keep a very small team. You want to keep it small. Is there any reason for that, or maybe is it like shipping fast, or is it?
No. I think we want to keep a technology first company, and I think by definition, I think some companies will remain. When I say small, okay, we are 35, 40 people now. We may go to 200 people, but we are not going to be 10,000 people.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the meaning of small.
So trying to be the OpenAI, but not going till the Google level, maybe. When it comes to
see, I think I feel uncomfortable when you put those words. We are the Sarvam. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. And so thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.